Okay, so welcome back, Youniverse, to Netflix and Beyond, where we talk about stuff we found on Netflix or some other streaming site. And today I'm going to be reviewing a little movie called Velvet Buzzsaw. Now, this movie was built up as this art-centric horror film starring Jake Gyllenhaal and from the director of Nightcrawler. Not an X-Men movie, but the one that nearly got an Oscar. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Anyway, what did I think of this movie? Boy, did I fucking hate it. Oh my god, this movie... What was this? You know what this was? I've seen this done better in an episode of Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt. In fact, this is all it is. This is an overly pretentious version of an episode of the Twilight Zone. Half the time I was expecting towards the end of Rod Serling coming in, or I guess you could say Jordan Peele, now that he's in charge of the new show. One of those two coming in and basically giving the afterthought at the end of the film. That's basically what this is, guys. It is nothing more than and it's also really pretentious. I guess that's the theme because it's dealing with the art scene. So, I don't know. Anyway, so the story is about this young art critic who is kind of becoming desensitized by artwork. But however, his kind of girlfriend in one of her apartment mates has passed away and he left all behind. One of just this menagerie of beautiful artwork. But there's a problem. It's cursed and it's making art kill people. And again, I've seen this before, but I've never done it, but it's usually with characters I like. There is no likable characters in this movie. You fucking despise everyone. And every piece of artwork you see at the beginning of this film, it literally telegraphs to you, we're going to use this to kill somebody with. It literally telegraphs to you in the first 5 fucking minutes of the movie, we're going to use this to kill somebody with. Yeah. Killer artwork. And I was all excited for that. I was like, oh, cool, I like the supernatural element of it, and, but, there's nothing here. In fact, it sometimes forgets that it's an art horror film. It literally forgets that half the time. And if you're wondering why is it called Velvet Buzzsaw, it's because it's the name of, it's this woman who used to be an artist turned art critic. She in her younger days, she made this artwork called Velvet Buzzsaw, and it's a tattoo on her neck. That's the only reason it's called Velvet Buzzsaw. No one well, actually, no. There is a kill that kind of goes with that, but again, I'm like, that was the build-up for why it's called Velvet Buzzsaw? Alright. I guess killer art piece for overly pretentious assholes is a thing. But, yeah. There is no likable character in this movie. There is not a single likable character in this film at all. You are going to fucking... And I guess that's the beauty of it, is how good they are, of how good these actors are. Because you've got a really star-studded cast here. You've got Jake Gyllenhaal, you've got a whole list of people in here who have who do a damn good job of making you hate them. But there's a point to this, is that, doesn't really give me a lot to root for. And again, this movie forgets some plot lines. Like, it halfway forgets half the time of it being a horror film. Like, sometimes it's just it's trying to be a drama because it's trying to do so many plots. John Malkovich is in this movie. I don't know fucking why. I don't know why he's in this movie. Maybe because his plot line goes nowhere. It's basically, he's depressed and he's making the same artwork over again, and his plotline gets solved, like, towards the end of the second act, and the only payoff is him drawing lines in the sand on a beach in the credits. He has no relevant plot to the film. You could cut Malkovich's scenes out, and it wouldn't change. In fact, this movie would be a lot shorter if it did. This movie's like a solid 2 hours long. And I was like there checking my phone like, oh my god, we're still in this? Ugh. Yeah. And yeah, this was not a great movie, guys. I was curious. I had seen Nightcrawler and I liked it. And again, Jake Gyllenhaal, like, I give him credit, but man, are these characters unlikable. There is no real person to really root for. In fact, it forgets half the time of who is a main character. It literally forgets half the time. Oh, are we following this character's story? Oh no, we're back to Jake Gyllenhaal. Is he the main character? No, this movie has no goddamn structure to it. In fact, they make some really stupid-ass decisions in this movie. Like, when they say, you know, when Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Morph, I think his name is, yeah, that's his fucking name. Morph. So anyway, when Morph finds out that, he figures out that there's, like, some kind of curse to this artist's, well, art, I was thinking to myself, just destroy it! Just burn it! And it will be over! But he's like, no, I can't destroy it. And I'm like, fucking hell. There's also a scene where one of the characters, like, is trying to get help, and to, you know, call for help, and she turns around, and an art museum magically appears behind her in the wall. And a logical person would go, nope, no thank you, I'm out, I'm gonna go walk the streets, just, no, fuck it, or go back in the bar. No, she walks in there like a dumbass. Yeah. Oh, man. Wow, this movie. There is some decent kills, and there's actually one joke in here, but it got ruined in the trailer. It's the one where the woman dies. If you saw the trailer, that joke and that moment got spoiled for you. So, yeah. Nice moment. And there are some nice imagery in here. They do manage to do some cool stuff with the art, but that's few and far in between. So, yeah. Don't bother with Velvet Buzzsaw. It's a 2-hour waste of your goddamn time. I can see why it was put on Netflix and not on the big screen. This movie's overly pretentious, and I guess it's trying to say something about art, but it can't remember if it's trying to be a movie about art critics and how they've, become so decadent and desensitized by the world around them, and trying to be a horror movie at the same time. It can't remember what it is. I don't know why John Malkovich's there. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack if I keep screaming like this. Ugh. Fuck this movie. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it right in the ass. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm done. If you guys saw Velvet Buzzsaw, you guys tell me in the comments below. What did you guys think of it? Did you guys like it? I don't know if you did. If you did, that's totally fine. Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let us know. And if you're new here, remember to Hulk smash that subscribe button and be a part of Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. I'm DPZ, and we will see you right here once more in the Youniverse.